Hello, welcome to the next session of OpenSSL hands-on. In this session, we will be discussing the how to secure a web service. In the earlier sessions, we had a brief discussion about what is SSL, TLS, what is security, and the OpenSSL commands, right? So, uh, mostly this will be a hands-on series of session. There will be multiple videos that will come now. So let's go through the agenda. We'll be first understanding about what we discussed in the earlier videos. I'll give you a walkthrough of the weather microservice. Post, we will be checking on how to test it on the unsecure HTTP 8080 port. After that, we will be looking into how can we make a service secure using a certificate, and then we will be testing the secured service, right? And finally, we'll conclude with what we learned and what we are looking forward next. Let's move to the next page, which talks about history of the previous sessions that we had. So these are the two sessions. The first one where we discussed about what is SSL and the OpenSSL tool. Next, we had some hands-on session, right? So here is what the agenda was for the previous sessions. Session one, we talked about SSL, TLS, certificate use cases, how the certificates work, the SSL and TLS history and evolution, and then introduced to the OpenSSL commands, right? Next one we discussed in the session two about the actual OpenSSL hands-on, right? Where we understood how to install OpenSSL on Windows, what are the different entities that are there when it comes to creating SSL and TLS certificates. What are the self-signed certificates, CA-signed certificates, and the associated commands of that. All right, so I'll be tagging one YouTube link to the previous videos so that you can refer to that. Now let's talk about weather microservice. I'll give you a walkthrough. So this is the Swagger API or Swagger documentation for the service that I have created. You can look at the endpoint here. It is a get endpoint. The endpoint is weather/weather, where it will ask for a city, and for the given city, it will respond back with the humidity and temperature for that city, right? So it's a RESTful Spring Boot application microservice that I have written. It integrates with a third-party system open weather map, which is API based, and you will also see Swagger documentation. This is the open weather map third-party API service where we can create our own API keys, as many as we want, and it will take some time, like 2 to 3 hours, to get activated. But once it is active, we can use it to invoke this weather service. This is how the next one is the how to test it unsecure way on HTTP 8080 port. Before we actually hit any URL, this is how the service looks like the folder structure of the weather service microservice. We have got a controller, we have got a service class, and we have a response object model class. We have application properties file. Later on, I have changed it to YAML. So in the hands-on, you will see a YAML file, but yeah, we started with the properties. And these are some sample 8080 port request curl commands on the HTTP port that you can see. I have fired these URLs for London, New York, and Mumbai city, and likewise these are the responses that we received for the respective cities. Okay, we can see it includes the temperature and the humidity, right? And here is the log of the service, where when we pass the city, it will respond back with the weather parameters for the city, right? So this one will be a short session. I'm concluding here. So this is what we are looking forward next. Using Insomnia tool, we will be testing the service on 8080, that is unsecure mode. We will then be creating our own certificate and make the service secure so that we can only hit on port HTTPS 8443. And then the same Insomnia tool we will be using, but this time we will be changing the port and look for how the service responds. All right. Yeah. So I hope this will be helpful for you in order to understand how the certificates are getting used and how to put them together. Okay. You can share your feedback on this and help me learn more. Thank you.